Terrence Mann. Mann had been starting, and then they put Chris Dunn in to kind of take the other best defensive assignment, and then use Mann off the bench. Zubats, we wanted to see if they would double him. Pajemski was coming to dig down, and Batum hit the weak side three.
Well, that's the problem. You got to make sure you rotate.
That's a blocking foul, and JK fortunate there. Coffey was retreating, but Jonathan was kind of going side to side and was able to get him at his mercy a little bit.
I love his mentality. It was tough to guard. In and out, Coffey kind of guessed right, but then last second, Kuminga tries to avoid him and sidestepping. And that's the thing. That's why you always want to have the change of pace, because there's such great defenders. The fact that he wasn't going 100 miles an hour allowed him to make the late adjustment when he really needed to there, just to avoid him and make sure that was a defensive foul.
We've talked about the free throwing being last in the league, and unfortunately, Kuminga, who was up near 75% a year ago, JK, he's not 1 for 4. He's at 63%, and that could be such a weapon for him, but he's got to capitalize.
As a team, they really need that percentage to come on. Being 30th in the league is wild. Being one of the best shooting teams in the league.
Ray Jackson Davis taking another turn on Zubats with the right-hand hook. Got it just about 8 feet away instead of 5, and it makes the difference. Trace running the floor. Pajemski dropping it back. TJD will get to the line. That's a nice sequence for the Warrior youngsters. Trace with the defense, the sprint, and then Brandon rewarded him, and he gets to the line.
They called that on Zubats? No, they called it on Terrence Mann, I believe. Yeah, he swiped down. That's a good call. But you got the drive in there. Pajemski recognized it. Don't settle just because you have that much space and you're opening up 2-3. Eat up the real estate. Make Zubats help, then dish it to Zubats' man.
You can get all your highlights, analysis, live updates, podcast episodes, and more on the NBC Sports Bay Area app. You can download it now.
And this game Warriors.
I said download it now.
This game the Warriors been getting the free throw line driving, which they haven't done a ton of this season to drive. So good to see that.
Porter Jr. listing there. Although the Warriors 3 of 8 from the line, we're going to start saying stop getting to the free throw line. Take shots instead.
You don't want to do that. Make them. Get there and make them.
Buddy Hield, tough step back. Rimmed off. And Kuminga kept it alive. Good extra work. Pajemski for 3. Mann comes out of the pack. And speed dribbling into the front court. Here, Coffey with the trail triple, and he got it.
That's textbook basketball. Break the paint, kick it out, make it tough to help him recover.
Add it down to 3. Clippers push it back to 10. There's this Moody. That 3 off. The Warriors, their 2 losses, they didn't make 3s, and they turned the ball over. Well, tonight they're 4 of 14 on 3s with 8 turnovers.
Danger time, too. 10-point lead. They're trying to extend the lead.
Benga, beautiful steal. Buddy Hield spaces out. Didn't want that 3. Moody will take it and make it.
I love that he shot that one. He just missed the last one. Never lose your confidence. A shot created is a shot that has to be taken before that defense gets all the way set and move the ball around. Try to make your push to keep this thing close, stay within striking distance.
Hey, boss. Hey, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was one.
Stevens.
Yo.
Wait in my office, please.
Yep. Hey, boss.
NFL on ESPN, presented by Macca's.
UFC Fight Camp is your source for the latest news.
Shoot your shot, why not?
Exclusive interviews.
Let everyone know that I'm next.
And on-the-ground coverage.
It's going to be bigger and bigger and bigger.
UFC Fight Camp, Tuesdays on ESPN and ESPN2.
This is SportsCenter with SVP.
We welcome you to the nation's capital.
With the latest highlights.
Oh, come on. An astounding catch. And that little spark he got all of some cotton candy. Cotton candy and drinking. Kind of the same.
Interviews.
Terry McLaurin in studio with us. There's nobody in the world playing better golf than Bryson DeChambeau, man.
And segments.
Best thing I saw today. Let him love you.
Sports Center with Scott Van Pelt on ESPN.
I'm just going to take a drop. Good call.
Warrior basketball on NBC Sports Bay Area is brought to you by Cresco, with 19 Northern California locations to serve your tool and equipment needs. Now that is the new City Edition jersey that has been unveiled, and also is a great event in Thrive City with Tim, Mitch, and Chris from TMC were signing autographs. Kevon Looney and GP2 stopped by as well. And I mean, that to get the three of them together,
Amazing.
unveil those jerseys and have that whole event in Thrive City, that was terrific.
Legends. And the jerseys are pretty swaggy. I like it. As a player, it's always fun to get new jerseys. You're out there like, ooh, you look good. Look good, play good, play good, they pay good.
Harden back in. And see, Trace came over to bother that and didn't commit the foul. Moody took away the rebound. Kuminga, that pass behind him and off his hands of the Warriors. Another giveaway. 9 turnovers. Man makes him pay.
You got to make sure your passes are crisp and on target. Looks like they got caught in between skipping it and throwing it to Kuminga, threw it behind him.
Yeah, the points off turnovers are 15 to 8.
It's massive.
And I mean, that is the game.
You're just making it so hard on yourself.
Jemski picked up the dribble. Shot clock down to 5. Kuminga. He and Moody, little two-man game. Tic-tac-toe.
It's perfect. You just touch the man you're trying to screen. Understanding like they're going to try to switch it. Get behind him. The man that's supposed to switch onto you is going to be behind. Then you draw the next help defender. Moody did that so perfect. You can just slip out of those basically.
And then the steal, TJD. It's a foot race for Trace. To the iron to hammer it down.
If you're going to turn the ball over this many times yourself, you better force some. Get some back.
Trace Jackson-Davis with 4 points and a couple boards. Just had 2 back-to-back dunks. This time the Clippers get a little separation. The Warriors answer. Coffee missing. And Moody fight for that rebound. He threw it off Batum, but he touched it last.
Moses Moody's put it individual. You got me, you got me. He almost did it. Threw it off Batum, but bounced off of him afterwards. Look at this steal. Make it tough to catch. Like, don't make any catch easy on the Clippers. Fight around, use your quickness to get around Zubac. See if you can get the steal. He's fluid there, too. Some bigs, like, they look kind of stiff and awkward running, trying to sprint to the other end and get their fast break dunk. You look pretty smooth.
Trace. I mean, normally, Kevon Looney is so amazing, and Kevon's had such a great season that you want to tag out and bring Looney in, but Kevon's home with an illness, and so Trace has got to really battle Zubac, and Batum hitting that corner 3.
He's only shooting like 27% from three-point range right now, but you know he's a good three-point shooter.
Well, he hit a 3 over Steph there. He's like, hey, you hit that one for me, and I'll make one back at you.
And that's just exploiting the switch there. Terrence Mann tried to switch on to Draymond, but of course he's behind because Draymond went quick. Understanding what the defense is going to do, especially if it's a switching defense like this. They'll switch in those situations, and Draymond did the right thing.
Pick up on something you said earlier about turnovers. Just taking a beat, just making sure, particularly against the Clippers, because you don't want to say, hey, don't pass it, or you don't want to take away aggression, but it's just, hey guys, just, a little more intentional. Take one beat, or one, like you said, one ball fake and then under, whatever you have to do.
Well, be quick, but don't hurry. You always want to play with so much pace.
I like the John Wooden line, considering we're in LA. Right? Here, Coffee get the ball out of Steph's hands. Draymond over Harden, trying to follow his own shot with the ricochet to Man. Man pushing it. Man denied. Trace Jackson Davis. He got him at the iron. He collapsed on him. I fault the Warriors' energy and effort. And TJD, field goal and the foul.
So I said the Warriors have been getting to the free throw line a good amount in this game. They're 10th in the league. A lot of times it is off cuts. This is the block though. Look at TJD sprint back. Nothing easy at the rim. Just wipe that one out, and then you sprint the other way. And you see, you're about to set the screen, but you see no one's in between you and the basket. Go ahead and cut to the rim.
Trace is having some good minutes here. Steph lined up that three, rimmed it out. So Curry is 1 of 5. Warriors were down 5 at the end of 1. It kind of felt like a win because they had some sloppiness. Clippers have been good in this first half. And the shot's low, and he made the three anyway. Clippers are striping it right now. 8 of 14 on distance.
Would love to keep this as a single-digit game going into halftime.
The Warriors are just not shooting the ball at all. 5 of 18 on threes. Warriors defend the three the best in the NBA, but that 8 of 14, unusual.
They're getting some pretty good looks, too.
Good defense by Wiggins. Shot clock at 7. Here's Zubats. The spin move and the finish.
That's tough. That's pretty good dexterity at his size.
This is now the Clippers' biggest lead. Steph low elbow jumper.
You got that defender on his back. James Harden put forth the effort to try to contest, but Steph was unfazed.
Who's got a little burst this final 4 minutes plus heading into halftime? Harden and Zubats, a two-man game. Back to the roller and an open Batum, same spot, same result.
It's just tough on Draymond. You're in a tough position. Zubats is such a threat rolling the basket. He had to get all the way into the paint and then get back out. Batum made it tough.
Well, an elite defensive squad are the Warriors, but they're getting roasted right now here in L.A.
Looking for a reason.
inspired so many young kids.
Well, for the Sarah High School jersey, we could go a Tom Brady jersey. We could go Barry Bonds jersey, or Frank Jeffries jersey, Lynn Swan.
Enough about your school.
Our friend John Robinson, who recently just passed, one of my buddies. So
All you talk about is your school, Sarah, Notre Dame. I'm done with it.
don't hate on the history.
Let's talk about other people's schools. Sarah's got some serious talent coming out of there.
Warriors committed another turnover on that screen. 11 turnovers in the first half, resulting in 18 Clipper points. Steph, good hands, deflecting that. Warriors top 3 in deflections in the NBA.
They stay active. They recovered back to Zubac's there after 2 kind of stayed up with James Harden, and Zubac's really couldn't figure out where to go with it.
You said the Clippers have beaten the Warriors 5 of the last 6. Did teams just get your number or something?
They do. Well, defensively, the Clippers are solid, but the turnovers, Warriors can do better than this. And you just need an extended run in this game. Right now, it's nice.
Harden knocked away by Wiggins. That's a 24-second violation, or Mark Davis has a foul. Wait a minute now. The 24-second clock occurred before the contact there.
Warriors will take it. And Andrew Wiggins sold out and probably did a little too much, but the shot clock expired. That'll work. However you can get stops in this game. Stops have been hard to come by.
Down 14. It's got to be possession by possession here. Draymond on man. We're cutting Wiggins and catch it cleanly. Got it back. Shot clock at 3. Wiggs on Harden, spinning, and he's grabbed.
Hey, give him a taste of his own medicine. He came up under his arm. Andrew Wiggins came up under James Harden's arm. How do you like it when it's done to you, James Harden? That was the right idea, though, because Warriors had nothing. Actually, Steph, he thought about trying to get into the road because it was a tough pass. He showed some restraint. I'm going to give him credit there. He didn't turn the ball over. Because of that, you get Andrew Wiggins ISO against James Harden. Make James Harden work defensively.
And Wiggins dropping in the free throw. Second one coming your way, courtesy of Kia.
Cover more ground in the fuel-efficient Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid.
That was bad.
You know what Kia is sponsoring? Made free throws. And Wiggins is 3 for 3. So
I just love that he attacked James Harden. James Harden has been doing this to people so long. I told you, he came up out of the womb going up under arms, right? The doctor was like, I think I fouled your son.
Wiggins missing that free throw. The obstetrician was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, man.
Why is this guy trying to get me to foul him?
You go to shake James Harden's hand, he'll go up under your arm.
Was he born with the beard, though?
That's a good question.
No.
But he grew it.
13-point lead. Powell losing the handle. Lindy Waters. What a nifty play. Waters with the steal. Wiggins. And it re-stolen. Make the Warriors pay again. You can't win a game with 12, 13 turnovers and a half. You can't. Even as good as the Warriors are, they are digging themselves a large hole, biggest of the night.
We're putting our foot down to keep our...
Lit.
Lindy. Harden, how did he find Dunn, but it was out of bounds, and Clippers give it back.
James Harden tried to come up under the arm there, but did a great job on ball defense, keeping those hands up, not out.
See, now the Warriors, they have Harden 4 of 11 shooting.
They're okay there.
Okay, so that's all right. But it's 9 of 15 on threes for the Clippers, and it's 20 points off turnovers.
And you're not shooting.
And the Warriors are 5 of 18 on threes. One of the elite three-point shooting teams, with the best three-point shooter not having a night either, is Steph is 1 of 6.
You're just living on the edge there. Zubac is backing up in drop coverage. Steph usually drills that one and makes you pay.
Yeah, Warriors' second best shooting, three-point shooting team in the league, and 5 of 19. Draymond fouling Zubac.
He's trying to stay aggressive and make the catch tough. Zubac, he's a big human being. He's wide, tough to get around.
Yeah, first in the last 2 minutes, though, no free throws.
And the Warriors have some things to talk about. I know what they're going to talk about first, the turnovers at halftime.
And one knocked away. Good defense, Steph and Lindy Waters. Draymond on Zubac and shielded him and able to lay it up and in.
Be a threat, make him guard you. Again, before the defense is all the way set, attack, attack, attack.
You said something about just single digits feeling better at halftime. I don't know if they can do that, but down 13 right now. Very important final minute.
We need some stops.
Foul breaking the paint to the iron.
That was like a bad pass that worked in their favor because Kuminga thought he could get it and just made it to where he had a bad angle to cut off Powell.
Draymond an open three. Draymond Green. Where would they be without his offense? His 8 points are leading the Warriors.
It's been massive. He's not hesitating on his threes. Shooting with confidence.
So you've got the Clippers giving it back again. A little moving screen and their turnover.
Listen, you go 2 for 1 here. You score both times and get a stop. All things considered, you're okay.
Masabuki says score, stop, score. There's a three. There's the score. Steph dropping that in. Let's see if they get a stop and can finish with a bucket.
They're single digits now.
A 10-second game shot clock difference. Harden on GP2. Can't foul him here. This is where Harden tries to come and get to the line by going underneath your arm. Shot clock at 5. Gary played him perfectly, forced the miss. All right, score, stop. And do you have a score in the final 7 seconds? Draymond's going to be called for a moving screen. That becomes turnover number 13 in the first half.
You're just trying to stay as stationary as possible. Let Steph do the work. Warriors are so unselfish. They want to set the best screens. You got a tiny bit handsy there, maybe.
Draymond's second foul, so Steve smartly subs him out for Kyle Anderson, the final 5.7. Norman Powell.
That's too easy.
Lays it in.
Too easy.
So, not single digits. The Warriors, a half where they can play a lot better basketball. Clippers, they forced the turnovers. They made the threes. Not a single Warrior in double figures. And then down 11 as we hit the break with Monte, Mully, and Zena in the studio. Warrior Halftime Live is straight ahead.
Don't want those guys to heat up.
Yeah, the Warriors usually dominate the bench scoring. They're trailing 24-17, so the bench for the Clippers did a great job. I feel like the Clippers have dictated the pace of play and style of play the first half.
All right, more coming up on Halftime Live. What's up with the free throw shooting? Because the Warriors hit some free throws. It's 4 of 10 in that first half, 40%.
Warriors Halftime Live is presented by Jack in the Box. Get more burger for your buck with the new $4.99 bonus Jack combo.
You know you want a burger, so make...
presented by Jack in the Box, where the Warriors are making their first visit to the Intuit Dome. But in the second half, they will not have to face the wall, so you don't have to worry about that. But they have to take care of the basketball. And as Zita and Mully pointed out, they have to push the pace here in the second half.
Absolutely. The Warriors are having this game be dictated by the Clippers. Mully, you mentioned this right before the break. Right now, the Warriors only at 38 field goal attempts. They usually average 93. That means 45 is usually the range they want to be in. They're playing too slow.
And the thing this team has done well, better than the last few years, they've made in-game adjustments with those turnovers. They've got 13 now. If they can end the game with 15, get those field goal attempts up. Steph only has 8 field goal attempts. Get him in 12 to 15 field goal attempts, take care of the ball. They'll get back in the game.
If they average 14 turnovers per game, as you just mentioned, already at 13, the Clippers average 12 makes from the three-point line. They're already at 9 here, so you got to cut the water off. Flip the script. They're a third-quarter team, the Warriors are. We'll see you after the game.
Unmistakable with the Clippers leading by 11 at the half. And Kalena, take me through some big-time Bookies bifocals on kind of teamwork and how the Warriors have to be more efficient offensively.
There were times where the Warriors worked together instead of turning the ball over 13 times. You need more of this. Watch Steph Curry here. He's going to set this screen for Andrew Wiggins to come in, duck in, right into their restricted circle. They're going to switch it, but watch Chris Dunn. Frieza here. He's focused on Andrew Wiggins, not seeing the ball. Draymond sees that, he's saying, hey, he's there, but I can still throw it over his head because he can't see the ball. C-man involved. It's so important. Now watch this. You're in transition. This is why you say get out in transition. Look at TJD running the floor. Because of that, Coffee has to get in and get out because of the respect he has for TJD tearing the rim down potentially. Because of that, Moses Moody gets a wide open jumper. Why not? So this is what I'm talking about with Moses Moody. Just realizing I don't need to sit here and set the screen. Just touch him, slip out of it. Now because I did that, I can get the step, easily go into the basket. Zubac has to come over off of TJD, and then you get the drop-off pass. So there's some pretty basketball sprinkled in there in the first half. You need more of that in the second half.
Yeah, the Warriors are good enough that 11 is not disastrous, but your bench, which has been your strength, is being outscored. You're not making threes, and it's just unsustainable to be giving away 22 points off turnovers and missing out on 13 shot attempts with the turnovers.
Yeah, spotting them 22 points just isn't a good method to win a basketball game. So you talk about that at halftime, make the adjustment, take a beat offensively, execute, move the ball around, but know exactly where your targets are and making sure the ball is getting to those targets.
Warriors 23-5 in their last 28 road games. They have been road warriors over the past 2 seasons. Big challenge tonight. Steph Curry sidestep 3 to open the third, and that's a nice beginning as 30 hits the triple.
Got a nice flare screen. He got some separation off of that, but it's still a difficult shot he made. He makes it look so easy. He's worked on this so much in the gym by himself, time and time again.
Norman Powell. Steph deflecting that out of bounds.
You're going to need to try to slow down Norman Powell and the Clippers. Get active with those hands. Again, they will turn the ball over. 27th in the league in turnover.
Harden 10 and Powell 11. Steph making that 3 first Warrior double figures, and Derrick Jones Jr. missed the layup and then followed it home.
There's a back screen there. 2 stayed with Norman Powell. You just didn't communicate. You switched those. Got to talk it out.
Steph and Lindy Waters with TJD, Draymond Green, and Andrew Wiggins. Steph off fire there. Remember, no DeAnthony Melton, no Kevon Looney tonight. Dunn almost had a discontinued dribble, but then missed the shot anyway. So you're down 10. Waters for 3. Off back iron, ricochet right to Steph. And then Wiggins will get to the line. That was a nifty pass by Draymond.
The pace helped you there because Steph threw it into the post and just sprinted off that split action, and you exploit the switch. They switched it again. You're able to slip right in between. Watch Andrew Wiggins realize they're switching. Make sure Dunn isn't able to get in between you and the basket, and you cut. You're just not able to finish it, but it was the right idea. You drew the foul. It looked like he was a little worse for wear.
Yeah, Wiggs was kind of stretching his leg out going to the line.
But this is how they've gotten the free throw line all season. Right? They're not at the top of the league in drives. They're at the bottom of the league there, but off of cuts, off of Steph's double teams, off of back screens, they throw it in to the paint, and they're actually, I think, 6th in the league in paint touches. So they're getting the free throw line. It's just about making them 30th when it comes to percentage.
Wiggs 4 of 6, 1 of 2 from the line there. So the Warriors are 5 of 12 as a team. You're going to need them all tonight. Harden on Draymond, and Dunn out of the corner. DJD the easy rebound. Draymond Green having it knocked away right back to Lindy Waters. Wiggins with a good defender done, but he's got 3 fouls. Lindy missing that 3, and Zubac owns the glass.
There's some contact there from Lindy Waters too. Derrick Jones Jr.
Powell, well defended. And TJD, just keep it away from Zubac. Good play. Warriors have been an elite defensive team the early part of this season, and then an effective scoring team. Trace missing the layup there. And the Warriors average 121 points a game, so to see them held in that first half, it's a little unsettling. Harden shot clock at 4. They're shoved off. I don't even know what kind of move you would call that. Steve Kerr is going to take a timeout, but he is working on JT Orr. And just saying, what kind of move is that? It ended up being a Chris Dunn 3. Presented by Rakuten. Get the new Nike Stephen Curry City Edition Swingman jersey. You can shop the full roster at shop.warriors.com. I always like to get my 7 for Kalena Azubuike. Let's be sure to make that.
Let's go.
So why was Steve Kerr so fired up here? As he's telling his guys, hands up, stay in front of James Harden. And Harden initially, okay, I'm going to shed you once, but then you're playing good defense, so now I'm going to shove you and then pass out to Chris Dunn. And the Warriors are like,
yeah, Steve Kerr, here's all, you let the coach get on the officials and do the screaming at the officials. As a player, you can't think about the officials. You can't expect the officials to save you on the road. Sometimes the calls aren't going to go your way. The bigger issue is 2 defenders went with a cutter and then left the shooter wide open.
Correct. Wiggins hitting the 3 out of the timeout. So the Warriors did not have a good shooting first half, but they're still here. And you get a patented Warrior road kind of run, you'll be right back in this game.
Feels like the Warriors have just kind of been running in cement and they're really flat, but yeah, I mean, Warriors are competitive. They're going to keep grinding.
That ball kicked, the shot clock could be recycled to 14.
I mean, it feels almost exactly like the first game against the Clippers in San Francisco, where it just, everything felt hard.
Are you saying Foreigner would say it feels like the first time? Is that what you're saying?
Basically.
But you're right. Didn't make threes, turned the ball over, missed free throws. Like, check, check, check. That's exactly what happened October 27th. Powell, he's spilled. Draymond pushing. Clippers back nicely defensively. Good recovery. But Steph, the trail 3 on its way. Good! So Curry's hit 2 triples, and you look up and it's like, wait a minute, it's a 6-point game.
It's a good idea. Find the game breaker, but Draymond took a beat. Didn't turn it over, looked around, surveyed, where's the defense? Oh, there's the greatest shoe that's ever lived. Good option.
Just a crossover, nice floater. I'll tell you, he was the 5th pick, and he had bounced around, he'd been out of the league. The Warriors turn it over. But Dunn continues to improve just like Powell. Down an open 3. Now, he stepped out of bounds.
Well, they didn't score off that one, at least. But again, if it looks like a tough pass, just holster it this game.
And just to pay off the kind of Chris Dunn thought, 39% on threes. He'll take that for the whole season.
Right. And he's been attacking, breaking the paint.
Because he's always been an elite defender. Steph in the corner. Over Zubac! What a shot! Todd Lewis seen that before.
Steph is happening.
And he's going to take time.
Come on now. I mean, that is a ridiculous shot. The Rainmaker. It almost hit the ribbon board in this arena.
Curry's got 17. The Warriors have life. Clippers take time in a 5-point game.
They really do.
It's unbelievable. So 23-5. We've talked about the best road record in the NBA since February of a year ago, but 5 straight losses down here. And you had the Paul George 3, and you've had some close ones, but then bedeviled by the Clippers.
You're in for a battle against the Clippers.
Draymond, great rotation and steal. But out of the timeout, Warriors playing the D. Curry to Trey, to lay it in.
That's a great look. And again, you're just thinking the simple passes. Even the possession before the timeout, like there was a back screen. Yeah, it was a timed right, so you show some restraint. Don't throw that one and find Steph.
See, Zubac, that time he got it over front iron, but just 8 feet away is a little different than 5 feet.
Push him out as far as you can.
And they got him 3 of 7. They're playing reasonable against Zubac. It's the other Clippers that have hurt them, and that ball kicked.
That was another back screen from Steph. They're looking for Andrew Wiggins down there, but I do like that they're trying to execute those back screens going to the basket. But here's the ball screen. There's a switch. Zubac comes off of TJD and Steph is looking at Zubats. Made the right decision.
Steph done hounding in, got free. Off back iron. He was running back. He thought he had that one. And Powell. Hey, he drives strong left. That time misfiring. And here comes Lindy Waters. Lindy rewarding Trace down the lane.
A little two-man game. See, Lindy can be aggressive too. Understand when it's your time to shine. Be aggressive. Make the right play, the right pass.
They acquired for the 52nd pick. Lindy Waters and Quentin Post. Pretty good value for the Warriors in that draft. Dunn missing. Lindy Waters with a rebound. I'm just so happy after Lindy hyperextended that knee that he's back and healthy. Particularly without Melton.
Played so well that first half.
Draymond couldn't quite rim it home.
That's a tough floater from there. Over a footer.
Zubats. Kick it out to Harden and open Powell. And he's been having, like I said, career best three-point shooting year.
You had a man down, so the guy that was supposed to rotate was on the floor late getting up. Norman Powell's going to take his time, rail one.
47%.
Norman Powell's another four-year guy, as much as I hate to say that four-year college guy and watch you get giddy.
4 years at UCLA. He's back. Won that title with Toronto against the Warriors, and there's Dunn. We talked about him being an excellent defender. Eric Jones denied by Draymond, but a foul in the process.
Call that on Draymond or Lindy Waters?
Yeah, Draymond will pick it up.
Really tough one because Draymond just jumped backwards. He's just annoyed with himself that he turned that one over too.
And that's Draymond's third foul, so no other Warrior in foul trouble.
That's the thing. The officials are awarding the Clippers for being super aggressive.
So this is where the coaching staff, not having Looney, Draymond's been playing some speed 5. Now Draymond has 3 fouls. They're giving Trace a rest here, but where do you go in terms of bigs? I mean, Quentin Post is in uniform, by the way. He could make his NBA debut.
Well, he's still got Kyle Anderson sitting over there.
That's probably where you would go.
I've seen him play 1. Now he's got to play 5 or 4. But Draymond, right now, he's still in the game. So coach is showing the trust in him, and you got to validate that trust for Draymond. Play disciplined defense, aggressive without fouling somehow.
And that was a big sequence because when you had it down to 3, you hit that floater. It's a 1-point game. Now you're really into it, and the Clippers do just enough with the Powell 3, the free throws by Derek Jones to push it back to 8. Jones a good defender. Wiggins getting it back from Steph to lay it up and in.
With this lineup, they were switching everything. Finally, Steph got him to double team, and that's where the opening happened. You got Andrew Wiggins rolling out of it.
So Wiggs with 11, second Warrior in double figures with Steph 17. Porter Jr. set up Harden. The Beard gets into that rhythm on the handle, but Wiggins didn't let him go by him. GP2 playing the D. Shot clock at 3. Porter checked it. He's just got to launch. How about the Warriors' defense?
On-ball defense against ISOs. Tough.
Murray thought about that 3, and Jones was there to knock it away. Steph from the parking lot. Off back iron. Wiggins will track it down, but he healed. He thought about it on a reload, and
that hesitation.
Took himself out of rhythm.
So tough to keep your rhythm after that.
Here Coffee trying to turn the corner. The Warriors battle for the rebounds. They're coming up with stops. Now Buddy walks into the 3. Buddy Hield has not had a night either.
That's a great contest with Derek Jones Jr. Just make him feel you, make him think about you on the side.
Warrior defense is here, though. Been down 15 to within 6 right now.
Well, they're competing. No surprise there.
Make Harden go right and give it up. Derek Jones Jr. halfway down and out. The push ahead, Wiggins. Touchdown!
Nice. Yeah, he just contested and took off.
You win on the road, it becomes a habit. It becomes an expectation. Hey, the Warriors, they break every huddle with just us. These guys in white, they don't go down easy on the road. Touchdown. And a 4-point game coming from down 15. Kuminga come out of the back.
A big possession to keep the momentum.
Kuminga in, out, up, and denied. So Kevin Porter Jr. with Harden, Batum, Mo Bamba, and Amir Coffey. Warriors another steal.
That wingspan, it's tough to cross over in front of Stretch Armstrong, Kyle Anderson.
Pajemski with Buddy Hield, Kuminga, and GP2. Best bench in the NBA, the Warriors. Kuminga, feet set, three, down! In a 1-point game.
That was poised. He took his time, but they exploited that switch. You got the step on the cut, then you move the ball around. The Clippers can't keep up.
How about the Warriors forcing 27 points off Clipper turnovers now? Harden misses a bunny.
Warriors have all the momentum now.
There's an opportunity to take the lead. Haven't had the lead since it was 3-0. Kuminga overthrowing Pajemski, and they don't have the tennis unforced errors, but that was one of them.
There's the right idea of pump fake, and he should have just went with it. But you're trying to cross over a man with over a 7-foot wingspan. It's not easy to do. Kevin Porter Jr. found that out the hard way. Then you move the ball after the cut, after you've exploited the switch. You get a great result.
That's where Kuminga, when his feet are set, he's taken the right threes this year. That percentage will continue to rise. He got off to a poor start for the season, but coming on lately.
Get a stop and crest the hill here, though.
Harden skip pass. Man driving with the shot clock at 5. Porter Jr. ripping it home. That's about Kevin Porter Jr. Clippers had a 15-point lead. They were cruising. The Warriors couldn't get out of their own way. Second half has been much different. Buddy Hield, 3, and we're all tied up.
I love that decision from Kuminga. Basically, James Harden is backing off of him. He chose not to shoot it. Don't settle, drive in there. Force a great shooter's defender to help and give it to Buddy Hield.
Coming upon the final minute, 23 of the third. Wonderful quarter by the Warriors. It started down 11. Sidestep, Harden, 3. You can't play him any better now.
I'm telling you, it is frustrating going up against Kyle Anderson. Some of these super talented offensive players, you're like, I should be able to get separation. I should be by this guy. His nickname is Slow-Mo, but I can't get it.
Remember, Harden had playoff series where he kept trying to get by Kevon Looney and couldn't do it.
Right.
Kevon does the same thing that Kyle does. He just angles and bigger and longer and dig in defensively. Kuminga had it stripped. Turnovers continue to pile up for the Dubs, but the comeback almost complete. Going to take the lead to do it, though. Corner on Buddy Heel. Buddy pinned into the baseline. That's a great cut by Batum. Forgot to make the basket. Chance to take the lead this trip. Buddy had picked up the dribble. Majewski kicking it back out. Kuminga missing that three. Brandon, what a rebound! Recycle to the 14. Now the shot clock winding down to 6. Deflected. Anderson at 3. Slow-mo checks it, fade, fire, and rimmed it out. Good Clipper defense. And man, with Kyle hustling back, saved the layup.
And Kyle usually doesn't go for fakes.
Here, Coffee will pick up the foul on a shot he had no chance of making.
That's rough.
So right to end the quarter, they're going to have to see, did the quarter expire or was that a foul? Musa Dagger had raised his hand there.
Under review to determine if the foul occurred prior to or after the expiration of the period, as well as whether it was a 2 or 3 point field goal attempt. It was ruled a 3-point field goal attempt on the floor.
Well, they ruled it a 3 and they ruled it a foul.
Man, this has been a super valiant effort to get this game tied. Yeah, this would really hurt. The shot is definitely off, and the foul definitely happened before.
Yeah, it's 3 free throws.
Oh, that's rough.
And you love that Buddy contested that, but Amir Coffey is not making that shot.
You have to find a way to just not foul it.
Yeah, I mean, you just saw the Warrior bench. Jerry Stackhouse has done such a great job defensively. It's like, oh.
That's the thing. You're playing with so much energy off the bench. The Warriors bench has been wonderful. It's just a valiant effort to get this game tied. And then that happens. It's little plays like this that this game could come down to 1-2 possessions, clutch minutes. You need every single possession you can get.
Okay, so you say that perfectly. The end of the half, you had a Draymond moving screen and a Norman Powell layup. End of the third, you have a foul on a shot that Amir Coffey is not going to make. That could potentially be 5 giveaway points.
The game clock to 0.7. Okay.
I mean, you gift wrapped him 26 points off your turnovers. You're trying to not give him any more.
So 0.7 remaining in the quarter and 3 free throws.
It's just keeping your head and the poise under pressure. The game, it's going fast, and it's tough to make sure you're still thinking the game, not having mental lapses.
So Waymo is going to have Amir Coffey's 3 free throws.
The robots.
In the fourth quarter, you're going to have to start without Steph again, so that's going to be important, the non-Steph minutes. And these are big points. And then in the fourth quarter, you're going to have to start without Steph again, so that's going to be important, the non-Steph minutes. Can you win those?
So 7/10, and that will do it for the quarter. But the layup by Powell to end the half, the Amir Coffey 3 free throws. But after being down 15, it's a 3-point game heading into the fourth.
You know you want a burger, so make it.
They're limiting the Clippers to 41% shooting for the game, except LA's 11 of 24 on threes. But then that Warrior defense and their energy and that effort, winning that quarter and giving themselves a chance here heading into the fourth.
The Warriors have shown they can win any type of basketball game. Can you win this type of game where you're just grinding and you turn the ball over 16 times and your defense is coming out?
Zubac to the cutting Kevin Porter, but Kuminga was there. Man on the drive. Wow. Sending that home.
He's got some bounce.
Kyle Anderson, if Kuminga, Pajemski, Buddy Hield, and Moses Moody. Kuminga setting up Moody in the corner. Mo halfway down and out with that three.
You want to make them pay for helping off that strong side corner.
Hardly sits. They try to run things through Porter, but without Looney and Trace sitting, they're trying to post up Zubac a couple times, and Buddy Hield played defensive back perfectly.
They rotated after they double teamed Zubac in the right place at the right time.
Pajemski will get himself a foul there.
Got him. He saw a defender fight over the top of that screen, so just stop before the defender thinks you're going to. You know Zubac is in drop coverage. They're really trying to make it tough on Zubac and involve him in the action. You know he's in drop coverage, so just figure out where your defender is, and Pajemski did the right thing.
So Coffey, who had to give 3 free throws on one end, he gives some back here.
Okay, they got them into free throw. The free throws are going to be huge in this game, man.
I think it's interesting that you held your breath until the ball went through the basket.
It's going to be a close game, probably the rest of the way out. It's going to be tough to get separation.
Brandon at 67%. I mean, it's team-wide. I mean, other than Steph Curry and Buddy Hield, you got a lot of guys just struggling from the foul line.
They're just the worst team in the league percentage-wise from the free throw.
1 out of 3 for Pajemski.
They just have to play some free throw games and shoot around and practice.
9 missed free throws. Oh. From the elbow. They're playing the D. They're coming up with stops.
They're gang rebounding too. Kuminga came in and got a piece of that one.
Kuminga hitting around Porter. He loves that mid-range. Pajemski flew in and couldn't quite tip it home. That was almost over Zubac. Man had the dunk, but couldn't make the layup. And out of bounds. That's a great call by JT Orr. I don't know if Kuminga touched it or not, but Batum went over his back. It's either a foul or you give the Warriors the ball. That's good officiating.
Kuminga's fighting for rebounds. They need everybody doing that, but especially someone with his type of athleticism.
It's a big trip down in terms of just keep that momentum going. Great block by Porter, sending Pajemski away. Here, Coffey, trail 3. And Kuminga. Man, if he became a monster on the boards, it could just add to his game.
That's what I'm saying.
J.K. rake and take. Rebound. 94 feet later, score on the other end.
Especially if the guy picking you up is Zubac and he picks you up late. Go by him.
Porter is fouled, and Kyle Anderson had to defend the iron.
That's a tough one. See, with this lineup, it's Kevin Porter Jr. That's the initiator. That's the creator. He's making things happen, and Ty Lue needs him to be aggressive. No James Harden, no Norman Powell. The Warriors are just saying, man, we have to win these minutes with this lineup on the floor.
Now Porter from Milwaukee to Houston, then not in the NBA a year ago, played overseas, and
he was in Greece. They're just trying to resuscitate his career. They've got an opportunity here. Because especially with Kawhi injured, they need another playmaker.
Kalena, for the holidays, I got you a holiday hoop mini plan presented by Rakuten.
Did you really?
The reason I was selfish about it is because they're giving 20% cash back with the purchase of any of the 3 available plans.
Ah.
Good for you and good for me.
Makes sense. Well, I appreciate that.
I think I got you tickets to games that were already broadcast.
I don't appreciate that at all.
Kawhi Leonard, I appreciate him. I wish he was playing and healthy. He's one of the incredible players in our league, but
knee issues still bothering him. He would change everything for this team. Kuminga inside, quick hands and a better finish. JK's got a dozen. There was a lot of screens in there, but all you need to know is he realized his defender wasn't in between him and the basket, and he just cut. Moody made man give it up. Coffee 3 rings the register. Booker's doing well with Harden sitting. Warrior bench unit also playing well. Slow-mo for 3. And Zubac's the rebound. They're giving him that shot. It's not been a good three-point shooting night for the Warriors. 13 of 37. For the second best three-point team in the league. Porter all the way to the rim, and he will get the extra free throw. He's holding his head. He took a hard fall. You can thank Zubac. Zubac's walled off that next defender that could do anything about it. As soon as he had the step, he was home free, but hopefully he's okay. Yeah, Porter, this is really quick move, and then it looked like he banged his head on the ground when he fell. That's so painful. When you saw Damian Lillard just came back tonight with the game winner out of concussion protocol, and guys take hard falls in this league, and for Porter, he's got to be tended to. That was a very hard foul. A 7-point game with 8.5 left.
With Underdog, you can. ESPN FC is here.
Our GMC drive of the game. Moses Moody with the corkscrew and the finish and the body control. He's just attacking a tough closeout after the double team. It's the right thing to do. I love Moses Moody. He was discussing with Draymond Green how he's earned the veteran's respect, how he earned Draymond Steph's respect just by being a professional. Because if he's coming late to practice and not getting his work in and not being a professional, well, the guys aren't going to respect him and give him the game, but he's been more than a professional. This is Kevin Porter Jr. He definitely banged his head on the ground, and that's just a headache. And Porter went off the court, and he ran back on afterwards. They're going to try to figure out. Well, here's the thing. Concussion protocol. Yeah, well, if he's not shooting the free throw, Warriors get to pick. The Warriors get to pick, and then Porter cannot return to the game. So they're going with Amir Coffey. He's 83% from the free throw line. Yeah, but what Steve's asking is, don't I get to pick anyone on their roster? I don't have to pick someone who's in the game. But wasn't Zubac in the game? Why would you not pick Zubac? He's 58% for the free throw line.
So they've selected Amir Coffey to shoot Porter's free throw. So Kevin Porter is done for the game.
I'm confused. How went with Zubats? But all right.
So it becomes a three-point play. The reason they have that rule with not returning is so poor free throw shooters wouldn't fake an injury and then have someone else shoot free throws and then magically get healthy. Nice patience by Wiggins.
So you had two shooters on that left side. So the defenders are like, yeah, we got to make sure Steph and Buddy Hield don't get threes. Easy layup at the rim.
Wiggins productive with 15. Draymond's back in. And the 3 fouls. Again, you're down to Looney, so they're doubling Zubats. They don't have a lot of bigs tonight. Shot clock at 4. And missing that. And what a great job by Wiggins keeping Zubats off the glass. Step back in with Moody, Buddy Hield. Draymond and Wiggins. Henry cutting, and he beats Zubats to the rim.
James Harden wasn't in between him and the basket, thinking the split is coming, and Steph just went straight to the basket. You can get these cuts. Like, I think the Warriors are kind of finding a hole in the Clipper defense.
Slowly but surely, just grinding back into the game, but can they crest the hill and take the lead? And out of the corner, I tell you, the Clippers three-point shooting, the reason they're holding the Warriors off, 13 of 28.
They're 11th in the league in three-point shooting percentage, so they're respectable.
Draymond denied by Zubats.
That's help and recover for Zubats, textbook.
Skip pass to Coffey. Hield got there late, but just enough. Good effort by Buddy to contest it. Draymond went right at Harden and will get the foul.
I love that Draymond Green wasn't deterred. He wasn't getting the calls he wanted when he was attacking before. He just got blocked by Zubats, and he's coming back again. He sees James Harden there. He's like, well, I got to go at him. First of all, Zubats is behind me, so I may have a little more success this time. It was good thinking. And these are the times where you just count on your conditioning.
Draymond knocking down the free throw. Monty Poole, Dalton Johnson. The streaming show Warriors Now. All the latest updates, analysis tomorrow at 4. Streaming on the NBC Sports app.
You're hoping the Clippers run out of gas having played last night. Draymond Green, I've been in the weight room with him on game days, booking it on the Peloton. Has the Peloton camera turned all the way up.
Well, I'll tell you right now,
free throws.
The Warriors are holding the Clippers to 41% shooting. Both teams have 31 made field goals. Both teams have 13 made threes.
Free throws.
The free throws are the entire reason they are losing this game.
And the turnovers are...
No, but the points on turnovers are even. And then the foul there on Moody. I mean, 28, you're +2 in points off turnovers, miraculously. But you've missed 10 free throws and they've missed 1.
That's true. That's a big part of it. Well, the turnovers, so I always look at the shots you didn't get.
Correct.
Just the opportunities you just didn't have because you didn't get a shot up. So besides the points off the turnovers, you didn't give yourself a chance to make a shot. But the free throws, it's weird. Is the word I'll use.
Yeah, I mean, you got one team 14 of 15 from the line, and the other team 7 of 17. And yes, I said 14 of 15 to get that broadcaster jinx to get the one Clipper miss.
You're doing your part.
I'm doing the best I can. 7-point game. Warriors have had it down to 1. Lindy Waters for 3, and he got it.
He's just a cold-blooded sniper.
It won't go away. And on the kick out, Powell. You'd be surprised if he ever misses. 47% on threes.
He's known for hitting those timely buckets. Trying to get back in the game, and he just stiff arms you with one of those.
Steve Kerr going to use the timeout here. Frustrating loss the first time he played the Clippers. Tonight feels like an instant replay.
Soft drinks are just...
But you're going to need we need a little Curry flurry in the final 5:53 to win this.
Well, Warriors have shown a lot of mental toughness. We know how mentally tough that man is, Steph Curry. And he's an assassin, and they've shown their competitive fire just still being in this game, all things considered. But you need some buckets here and some stops in a hurry.
Steph, the deep three. He got it.
Hit the giant killer. Zubats is like, what am I supposed to do there? I'm up.
I tell you, both teams until that bucket had 32 made field goals. Both teams have made 14 threes. Both teams had 16 turnovers. But the 7 missed Warrior turnovers for the free throws as Harden is fouled.
James Harden came up underarms again. Steph Curry's been kind of going for those strips too, so James Harden kind of used that against him, but this is the ball screen high. So they're saying, Zubats, if you want to come out there, go ahead and come out. What Steph is still going to knock that one down.
What Steve is asking here is, okay, you called the foul, and then Harden went and shot the ball after you called the foul.
No, that's a continuation.
Okay, but I'm just saying that's what they're asking about.
I mean, that's his natural shooting motion. It's not unnatural. I actually really respect that that's a part of his game. But yeah,
you can read Steve's lips. He said, well, if he stopped his shooting motion, then he blew the whistle, then he shot it.
And I don't think that the stop was a big enough stop to kind of make it not a continuation. I saw what you're talking about there, but he's on the way up.
So 6-point game. Steph, what a nifty reverse.
Okay, right now it's just expose Zubats. Get him involved in the ball screen. Let Steph work him.
Plenty of time left at the 5-minute mark. The Clippers 4-point lead in the ball. Warriors led 3-0. That was their only lead in the game. Norman Powell, he is amazing.
You can't lose sight of Norman Powell. He's the killer right now. And clutch time, big moments, they trust him. He just shifted to his left and he didn't find him, keep sight of him.
They better find Steph Curry, but off back iron and Harden with the rebound. Easy to play with that 7-point lead. You know, it's not down to 1. They just don't make the Clippers feel them quite yet.
They're going to walk it up, take as much time as possible.
Harden, they can track it down. He's going to use the timeout.
Timeout's good on-ball defense from Steph.
Whew. The Clippers are frustrating. The Warriors have lost 5 straight down here. Warriors are 10-2. Clippers gave them one of their losses. Norman Powell, 4 of 5 on threes, his 20, leading the way for LA.
Okay.
Harden, 12 points, but 14 assists. The Warriors have guarded him well at 4 of 14 shooting. Norman Powell's human. Finally missed a shot.
Draymond helped out there, made that even tougher.
Time's wasted for the Dubs, down 7. I don't know where that lob was going.
It was going to Andrew Wiggins, but Terrence Mann sniffed it out.
Here, Coffee dunking it home.
It's a rough sequence. They're opportunists in transition. Once they get a stop, they're running.
You brought it up the first time, and the Clippers Are they going to beat the Warriors twice when they were playing on a back-to-back both times?
Crazy.
And both times without Kawhi? Steph and Draymond unable to connect there. Zubac, he touched it last.
We've got some of these turnovers back, but we're just not getting up shots when we really need to.
The turnovers and the missed free throws. And then the great three-point shooting by LA. Spells the 9-point lead. Buddy Hield missing. Wiggins will get to the line. Good offensive rebound. And Andrews got 15 on the night. This is perfect. You cut into the deficit with the clock stopped.
Well, Andrew Wiggins saw an opportunity there. Terrence Mann was the only guy down there. He was occupied trying to box out Lindy Waters. So you go to the basket unencumbered, get the rebound, try to finish. Now the hardest part, the hardest thing the Warriors are going to do tonight is make free throws. There it is.
So Wiggins, 5 of 7.
I should say the toughest thing for them tonight. It's just practice. You know, just being confident, trusting your routine.
And Wiggs knocks them both down.
Now it's full court pressure.
This is where Harden wants to be the maestro and kind of control everything. Norman Powell's been his tag team partner. Powell gets Steph on a switch. Zubac with the shot clock at 4. Beal with the left hand. Draymond played him well. How about that D? Ricochet to Coffee and a 24-second violation.
That's big.
Draymond Green. Don't ever forget this guy was a defensive player of the year. He is unreal.
And he wants to win again. It's on-ball defense. First of all, the defense on Powell and Draymond Green. Post defense, that textbook. Without fouling.
Draymond's about 6'6", 6'7" at most. Man, is he a quality defender.
You need a bucket here just for your psyche.
Warriors end up with a turnover.
It's tough. That's just great defense. Staying with Steph, not making a mistake. You're just trying to force it to Steph. Sometimes it's just restraint.
You think about the loss to the Clippers, you had 21 turnovers and you missed a bunch of free throws. Tonight, 19 turnovers and you missed 10 free throws. It just felt like the same game. It's wild. Exact same game. Norman Powell made a bunch of threes. And he drops in another one.
You're just not getting the rotation. You're a step slow. And that's probably a statement that sums up the night for the Warriors. Just a step slow, flat, turning it over, running in cement. The Clippers took advantage. You got to give them credit.
UFC.
Trip, then a one-game homestand against Atlanta. They'll play the Pelicans and the Spurs. Back home, Brooklyn, OKC, then back on the road, Phoenix, Denver. They don't have an extended road trip. They don't have an extended homestand. And it's just kind of a lot of back and forth all around. But the Warriors have played so well through the first 12 games of the year. They had one clunker, and it was against the Clippers. Tonight would be your second clunker of the season. And I'm not counting the Cleveland game because Cleveland shot it at 80% for a half.
Exactly.
And that happens.
And you were going to lose one game on that road trip.
4-1 on that trip. And by the way, Cleveland hasn't lost to anybody all season, so
that has to be a foul on Coffee.
Yeah, it was.
Steph is falling out of bounds.
I just think what's odd is you don't make threes, you turn it over, and you miss a bunch of free throws. You did it twice against the same team.
Yeah, it's like a lot of things going wrong against the same team twice.
Wiggins hitting that three. Wiggs was hit on the hand, and he's shaking out that right hand going back.
Well, that's what the doctor ordered. Now you need stops. You're just trying to play this thing all the way out.
Yeah, you need a shutout here. You need to be perfect the final 2 minutes. When you think about those 5 gift points, 2 right before the half, 3 free throws at the end of the third, and you knew they would factor into the game. Man to beat the buzzer. There's a stop. So you need to be perfect. So far, so good. Curry turn to the corner. Steph laying it up and in.
Draymond set that screen, basically run off of his back. He's home free.
2-possession situation.
The Clippers are trying to limp home. Warriors are going to make it tough on you.
He's on the Warrior killer. Had it knocked away. Coffee trying to save it. The ball went out of bounds. It did go out of bounds. It wasn't called so. And it will be Warrior ball now.
Warriors will take it. That first ball was out of bounds for sure. So the whistle should have blown. They couldn't figure out what the call was going to be. So they just let it go, I guess. And the Warriors are defending. Maybe the first one did go out of bounds.
Amir Coffee blocking Steph, trying to throw it off for Wiggins. He couldn't collect it.
Derek Jones Jr. got back in there.
What a weird sequence there. 5-point game, man. Wiggins, if somehow could have held that, would have been a layup. Shot clock down to 7. Harden. Steph knocked it away. Harden got it back. Harden rises for 3. Another stop.
So 2 for 1 here is exactly what the Warriors need.
2 for 1. One of them's got to be a 3 and take the layup.
There you go. That's perfect. Now you don't have to foul.
So a single possession game with 35 ticks left. Coletta's called for score, stop, score. Clippers take time. And the Warriors have a miracle here in LA.
At Cresco Express, we've had the opportunity to work with
Zabuki, we have been here before, and a year ago, it was 11 losses by 3 or less. That was the most in the NBA.
Yeah.
But so far this year, 4-1 in the clutch games.
Much better.
Amazing shooting, amazing offense, amazing defense, and that's how you go 4-1.
This clutch game is different, though. You've been trying to fight back from behind most of the game. You need a miracle here.
Clutch game, 5-point deficit or lead within 5 minutes remaining. And so we're in a clutch situation right now in a 3-point game with 35 ticks left.
You have to have the stop or it's pretty much over. Clippers are going to take their time and try to execute something.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say James Harden will have the ball at some point.
Or Norman Powell. They trust Norman Powell. It's going to be, a lot of times, it's ISO defense that's going to be tested in these situations.
So GP2 in with Steph, Lindy Waters, Wiggins, and Draymond. So here Coffee bringing it up. They use a lot of the clock here. Well, Powell, just like Coletta said, Payton picked his pocket. You need a 3. They kick out to Waters. Draymond back to Steph. Fading three. Off iron. Rebound battle out of bounds. Saved by Draymond. Wiggins has it. Still alive. 4 seconds left. GP2. Off back iron. Unreal ending. Multiple chances at a three. And it wouldn't go down, and the Clippers hold on.
They fought so hard to even have a chance to tie it. Valiant effort, mental toughness to stay in the game. And that last one, Steph was pointing. He's like, I think he maybe Lindy Waters to get down, but the GP2 was there. He had to shoot it. It wasn't a bad look. Give the Clippers credit. They got it done.
Now the Clippers seem to have the Warriors' number. The Dubs fall to 10-3. Clippers move to 8-7. Not a lot of time to think about it because it is Wednesday against Atlanta as the Warriors come back home to chase. 102.99, the final. Warrior postgame live is coming up right now.
Make every moment count. Yes. Play for that legacy.